And we're going to take a look at a clip from Miss Quad's other show, Bravo's Married to Medicine, during last week's reunion, where she was challenged once again about not having children. Take a look.
Toya, you said it's my job to be my husband's everything. Do you think Quad is Greg's everything?
The reality is, in the beginning, 5 years ago, you were saying that children was not your focus. Your focus was securing your bag. The only thing he's ever asked for was a child. So, no, I guess. She's not.
Well, let me just go ahead and speak on that. I don't know what makes Toya so qualified to speak on my life or anyone else. Okay? Toya, get somewhere and sit down. Secondly, she stated something that was completely untrue. She said that I said 5 years ago I didn't want to have children. That's an untrue statement. I've always wanted to have children. I still do want to have children. Let me state that again. I've always wanted to have children and still do want to have children. However, I am unselfish enough to know that right now, my marriage and the state of my marriage is not conducive for a positive environment for a child. I am totally responsible for that child once I birth that child. Mentally, emotionally, and physically, I will be responsible for that child. This is not the time. I am working diligently on my marriage. But if my marriage does not come to a point where we're seeing eye to eye and love is festering throughout and manifesting itself, it's not going to happen. Right. So Twitter, sit down. Instagram, please shut up. Facebook, you don't even have any words. Okay, this is my life. I'm going to do what is right for my life and for my child to come. So for everyone who's talking about securing the bag and this and that and the other, it is ridiculous. I think that everyone should be working to make a contribution to their household, both women and men, okay? And I just think that I'm sick of it all. It's not even an ongoing conversation in my household. Now let's get to the question. Do we feel that a child will make a marriage better or make a relationship better? Or do we feel like it kind of, you know, can draw some distance?
Well, you can speak on that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I love that. I love the fact that you are addressing the situation because in reference to your marriage, I think when you have children and there's any fractures in your relationship, it will magnify that. Absolutely. And unfortunately, if you were to have a child right now and there's issues with you and your husband, you may take to the child and put the child ahead of your husband.
Well, I most definitely am.
Yeah, right. And so quite often, you know, that causes, you know, issues between the husband and the wife. Yeah. So I think you're doing right by waiting. And if you're, and I am an advocate for having kids later in life because I feel like women specifically, because you're the mother, so you have to take care of the child with a husband or not, you know, so it helps, your foundation is better, your footing is better when you're a little older, when you're having children, and you have more to offer, whether that be financial, whether that's emotional, and mental stability you have with your kid. I definitely agree with that.
Selena, what do you think about all of this?
Do children make or break a marriage or a relationship?
We can speak on it because we got them.
Yeah, we do.
I got to tell you, you ladies are on the right track.
Yes.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly, and we have children. I believe that there are a lot of women out here that should have taken precautions and should have waited to have children because now there are a lot of children in the world with parents that are leaving them by the wayside and not parenting good people.
Yes.
Now they have raised a bunch of people that are inadequate because of their bad parenting, because they weren't ready to have children, or having children because of the man, or having children because of their body clock, or whatever the case may be. I do believe that when you are ready to have children, it should be an environment that is of love. Now, every environment is not going to be perfect when children come, and you'll never really be ready. You never really, let me just tell you that. But you have to, I tell you what, you personally, the mother, has to be ready to love and be calm and be ready to give birth, because if you give
to receive.
To receive, because if you're pregnant and everything is in turmoil, guess who feels it while you're pregnant?
It's a lot of stress there.
It's stress upon the baby, and I'll tell you what, there have been a lot of studies that show that stress on the baby while the baby's in the womb has caused all kinds of disorders, autoimmune disorders in babies, autism, lots of different things in the baby.
And sometimes stress can lead
medical. Absolutely.
to a miscarriage.
Stress led.